So there was another 20 versus 1 dating or speed dating video uploaded a couple of days ago, and I actually thought that it was a very good video, but probably not for the reasons that you think. I actually really enjoyed watching the video, but again, probably not for why you think I did. So what I'm going to do in this video is actually kind of let you guys see what questions the young lady had perused this time, and comment upon them a little bit before I get to the general reason as to why I actually think that this was a great video that was uploaded. The last time I did videos like this, I was talking about the 80-20 rule, but today I want to talk about something a little different. So without further ado, it will be taken away.
Do you feel like it's good to be like forthright about what you're looking for?
Absolutely. Why waste your time with this like, well, maybe like he'll change or it'll work? Because if he's a Scorpio and you don't want a Scorpio, it's like, why waste your time? Get a Libra. Like, oh my God, Libras are, I mean, Capricorns are fine too.
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm starting to get a little bit of a flashback here.
I don't like it when girls believe in horoscopes, which is like the weirdest thing ever. But I hate it when someone's like, oh, I'm a Libra. I don't think we'd click. The moons aren't aligned for this month, so we can't really, you know, get boba because we wouldn't click. I hate that shit.
Like if you're a Scorpio, like, I'm not even into astrology either. All I know is that they're really mean.
You know, I thought it was kind of funny when that guy said it in his video, but to find someone to actually legitimize the point that he made, it's kind of funny. It's actually kind of hilarious to actually find a girl legitimately, you know. I think they must have done this on purpose. I think the uploaders of this video, I think they knew what they were doing here.
I definitely do need to date somebody who's like down for vegan food once in a while, all the time. Mostly vegan, if possible.
I mean, she's a vegan. That's neither here nor there. That's nothing really interesting or I don't care. Whatever. It's cool. I don't care. And here, my friends, here is where it starts getting interesting. Let us continue.
I really do appreciate adventurous sex just because I'm obviously an adventurous person. If someone's down to have sex in the park, I'm like all about it. Or not in the park because there's kids there. You know, I really do love brown eyes. Like I'm gonna start there. We'll say brown hair, black hair.
So they have to have brown or black hair.
Oh. Wow.
Now this one is a little confusing to me, because I really don't see how some of these guys left when they very clearly had black or brown hair. I'm going to chalk that up to these niggas must not own a mirror, apparently.
Yeah, I'd prefer somebody who is not religious. Yeah, no.
Now, of course, knowing me, if you have been fan of channel for a while, obviously I could not date said woman, but that's not what makes this interesting. It's part of what makes it interesting, but not really entirely. But what comes up next, that is where, well, actually the thing before and this next thing coming up too, you'll see.
I'm down for like, you know, when we're like senior citizens to be like domestic partners. That's a legal term. But other than that, no. No marriage, no kids. Honestly, no cats either.
And there it is, my friends. So now we've gotten a really quick run through of what she likes, and I really like this video for two reasons. I'm going to start off with the first reason why I really like this video. I really like the fact that this young lady did these men a service, and I am not kidding when I say this. This woman did all of the 19 guys she rejected a service, and I don't even think you could even consider this to be a rejection, considering all the things that she said. I mean, the whole astronomy thing, I don't really care about all that. Even though it is a little stupid, it is a little dumb. But that's not really what's important. What is important is her adventurous sexual attitude, her very clear liberal inclinations with her, being a vegan. I'm not saying there are no conservative vegans, but come on, usually people who are vegans are usually liberal. But more than that, you've got, her being an atheist as well. Again, that leans more towards the liberal side. I'm not saying there are no conservative atheists, but again, come on, guys, like, she's not a conservative sitting here saying she doesn't want family and she doesn't want to get married. She wants a domestic partner. Okay, come on, let's add it all up together. But I really like this because it really shows something interesting about the character of some women, and how honestly sometimes them not wanting you actually is more for your benefit than it is for theirs. And sometimes they might take a very arrogant position. Like, a lot of women take a really arrogant and prideful position in being able to reject guys because it makes them feel better than them. But sometimes there are some situations where genuinely it's actually really good when a woman doesn't want to date you, because this woman here literally is not someone you could form a functioning relationship with. Because at the end of it all, she doesn't even want to get married nor have children. You literally cannot have a long-term relationship with this woman because she doesn't even want to get married and she doesn't want to have kids. It's literally the whole point of... That's literally the whole point of, like, trying to have a long-term relationship with someone. You can have a long-term, like, friends with benefits. But see, here's the thing. That's kind of the only thing you could have with her. The only thing you could do with this woman is just pump and dump her, or just kind of have her long-term, just, have her as a friends with benefits. It's really the only thing you can get out of a relationship with this woman. And I really like the fact that we get to see, or that some young men will get to see, that sometimes not being what a woman wants is actually more towards your benefit. A lot of young men I've noticed get really hurt, and even I was like this when I was younger, get really hurt when we get rejected by women. But sometimes it actually works out to our benefits later in life, or maybe even immediately, because we don't normally get to see how the woman is thinking about the world normally when we get rejected. But here we can see where her motivations are coming from, or where her mind lies. Now, because some of the guys left, they never actually got to see just how fortunate they actually ended up being. But, well, I mean, they get to watch the video over, so I think they could learn a little bit. So, like I said, long story short, I am really glad that this was a thing, because the next thing I want to talk about is not only do we get the lesson that sometimes it's better to be rejected than to be accepted, if this is the caliber of women we're dealing with, but let's talk about the fact that this is the caliber of women we are dealing with. It's no surprise if you've been on my channel, I have chatted about thoughts quite a bit. Before, I used to just call them sluts and hoes. I don't even know why anyone migrated to calling women thoughts. That's a very peculiar acronym for, but whatever. The point is, it's really interesting to me to see how this young woman has quite literally formed her entire persona, or formed her ability to be in, like, male-female relationships as only being a pump and dump. Like, because you hear this a lot with some women, and they will say that they are very adventurous, and that's just code words for slutty. Come on. But you'll notice that a lot of women, or at least younger women, are starting to get to this point where literally they have molded their perception or molded their own personality in relationships to just only be used for one night stands. It's like women have evolved to literally just try. I say women, but I don't mean all women, but this caliber of women at least has evolved and formed their personalities on literally just being pump and dumps. And it's really interesting to me, like, the more I see this, like, the more I see younger women and, like, their dating strategy, or lack thereof, mating strategies, I see a lot of the time it's quick, really fast relationships, and they don't want to commit. It's very interesting to me to see how we keep getting this caliber, or like where this caliber of women is coming from. And I think it's really easy to say it's obviously just feminism and all of that. I think that's really easy, and I mean, I made a case for it for years on my channel. But to actually see a woman be able to, like, put this out there and, like, proudly proclaim it, and this is actually starting to be, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot more common. The thoughtery. In fact, if you've been on my channel, just recently I uploaded a video about Brittany Renner, who did something very, not even very similar, like straight up. Brittany Renner talked about how she had sex with 24 guys in her lifetime, which is like more men than most women will get in their lifetime. But like, as she attempted to be proud. Now, of course, my video is about how you can't really be a proud thought, but that's not the point here. The point that I'm making is that we're starting to see a lot more women be really bold with this whole adventurous, i.e. slutty behavior, and it's literally forming themselves into just being pump and dumps. Like, and that's the best way to put them. They're just pump and dumps. They literally form themselves and train their minds to just want to only, not even be long-term anymore, but just only serve, well, honestly, just fuck boys. And what's really interesting to me is the fact that you'll have this caliber of woman here that exists that has changed herself to only be just available for these guys who just want to have one-night stands, and then be confused or just can't seem to understand why they can't land a guy. I'm starting to think that maybe these women's personalities aren't truly and genuinely designed. Maybe these women are only acting this way, pretending to act this way, so they can try to get some guy to like be with them, and they think that maybe they can change them by having sex with them a lot. This is a very common thing that young ladies do, and if it is, it's dumb. But if it's not, if these women are just genuinely just turning themselves into just being hoes and just being sluts, it's not really looking too good for us as men in general who actually like want stable relationships. Like, it really isn't, because this is actually a very common caliber, a common personality trait of a lot of nowadays, or like of this woman in general. I say women, like younger women in general. So I just wanted to make this video to put those thoughts out there, because like I said, I really appreciate this video. I'm really glad that it is a thing and that it exists, and I hope some younger men can see this and they'll like be able to like come to terms with any rejection they had and be like, man, why don't call me now. Anyhow. So but hopefully, like I said, I hope some younger men, they'll find this video, and if you've ever been rejected and you ever feel this way, sometimes, man, a rejection works to your benefit. So I just want to put this out there for some younger men who have not gained that lesson. And I just kind of want to put these thoughts out here. Another thing to see that, like, we're starting to really get women literally forming themselves to just be used for sex. It's very interesting to see women have evolved to be this type of, has evolved into this caliber. And of course, it's not all women, obviously. I don't think so. But, you know, the fact that it is consistent, we keep seeing this with like popular Instagram models and like lower end girls that you just see down the street. I'm starting to think that there's a little bit of a problem, and that someone's got to do something about it, because like we can't form families with women that literally don't even want to like have children. Like, that is something crazy. So with that being said, man, I just know if you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, man, go ahead and click the like button. And shoot, go and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below. And as always, you guys have yourselves a great day. I'll see you cool cats soon. Adios.